We're kicking off 2021 with healthy, nutritious recipes. So today I'll take you through what I eat in a typical day, winter style. It's all coming up next at Style at a Certain Age. Hi ladies, it's Beth. Thanks so much for stopping by today. If this is your first time visiting, hit the subscription box down below so you don't miss any videos coming your way. And if you're interested in style inspiration, I have channels over on Facebook and Instagram, Style at a Certain Age, and a lovely lifestyle blog, styleatacertainage.com, where you'll find more recipes and more style and cocktails, and my German Shepherd Oscar makes a weekly appearance. But let's get into that video. Okay, ladies, we're kicking off 2021 with health and wellness at the front of our minds. And I had a wonderful video just the other day about healthy habits that we can incorporate into our lifestyle. And today I'm going to focus on nutrition. And I get so many questions on what I eat in a day. And I actually have a summer version, and I'll link that up down below. But this is the winter version. And two of the things that I really pay attention of, and if you just incorporate these two into your diet, you will see an amazing difference. And one is I avoid sugar, except natural sugar. I mean, every once in a while, I will have like a cookie or like a cake or something like that. But overall, I really avoid sugar unless it's natural from fruits. And the other rule that I live by is I avoid processed foods. And even when I go to like Trader Joe's, I really have gotten into the habit, I just really see what is on the labels and if that's going to come home with me. But most of the processed foods that you find in the frozen food section or, fast foods, things like that, I avoid. So I would suggest that you do the same thing. And then if we just really focus on healthy, nutritious recipes, and I have a series over on the blog. So every Friday we bring out a recipe, and I also have a cocktail recipe as well. But I really try to have very, very healthy recipes over there. So you can go check out Fridays with Oscar, because that's where we keep all the recipes. And then as this video is going to share with you, we're going to go through a day in the life of me, winter version. And many of you know that I love faster way to fat loss. So if any of you really need to tweak your diets or learn how to eat very healthy and incorporate exercise and balance your macros, which is your fats, your carbs, and your proteins, faster way to fat loss will help you with that, along with teaching you how to burn fat very efficiently. And that's very, very important, especially when we hit menopause and beyond. So faster way to fat loss, and I'll link that up down below. And they have regular programs starting every month. Sometimes they have 2 a month, and they have 2 for January because everybody wants to get back into the swing of eating healthy again. So anyway, faster way to fat loss, that really was a game changer for me, because this was a program that came along, and I finally got in my head that what I am is what I eat, and a calorie is not a calorie. Okay, because you can eat 3 bags of spinach for 120 calories or have 1 chocolate chip cookie for 120 calories, and you know which is the better choice for you. And as a matter of fact, I don't even think you could eat 3 bags of spinach, cooked or raw, because it's so dense that you just fill up like that. Whereas you eat 1 chocolate chip cookie and you're going to be wanting another. And that's what sugar does to us, and that's what unhealthy foods do. So we're gonna kick off the year and make some healthy food choices. So I'm also going to share with you, I incorporate intermittent fasting into my life. And so what that means is there's a window, there's an 8-hour window where I eat. So that's from 12 until 8 p.m. every day. So I can eat all of my meals in that window, and the other 16 hours put me in a fasting state, which is very good for burning fat and getting us into that, really just training us that we don't need to be snacking, after a certain point at night. Some of us really have a challenge with that. So intermittent fasting, so it really just keeps me very regulated with that 8-hour window. And I've also been doing some research, and I'll share this with you. that as we age, they are realizing that calorie restriction is actually very important for us, and it really can help us. And so once a month, you might consider, and of course research it. I'm not a medical doctor, so this is just all things that I have come to know and learn, through my own personal study. But a bone broth fast or a chicken broth fast. It doesn't have to be a water fast, but if you do that like once a month, and it could be 1 day, 2 day, or 3 day fast, it really does wonders to really gear up our systems. And so I just wanted to share that with you. But let's get into what I eat in a day, winter style. So when I break my fast, well, actually, I'll back it up. So in the morning when I wake up, I typically have a cup of coffee. So 1 cup of coffee, and then after that, I followed up with a glass of warm water with a lemon in it. So lemon water, if you will. And that is because caffeine actually is very dehydrating. So then I come along and hydrate, especially before I work out. So I usually work out about 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. And then after I work out, then I will come along. I'll take a shower, and then I'm ready for my first meal about noon or so. So I'm breaking my fast at noon, so it's breakfast. So a lot of times I'll just go into, I'll just have lunch, but sometimes I actually do want breakfast. And there's 2 that I really kind of go back and forth between. And one is oatmeal, because oatmeal is it has a lot of fiber in it, and it also has some protein. And yes, it does have carbohydrates, but I don't shy away from carbohydrates because I keep those all balanced, because carbohydrates are very important as well as fats. So I'll come along and this is from Trader Joe's. So this is steel cut oats, and it comes in this nice little packet. So I'll just pop this in the microwave, get this ready. And a lot of times I'll come along and I'll put a pat of butter on. And yes, butter, it is a fat, but I said we need fats in our diet, the good fats. So I also keep an eye on a label. I like Kerrygold butter because it is made with cows that are raised with grass. So I try to get the very best products as far as, what I put into my diet. So I get my oatmeal ready to go. And then a lot of times I'll come along, I'll flavor it with some cinnamon. And then I'll get the good sugar, so I'll get some berries. So whatever's in season, raspberries are really good. They're lower in sugar. So raspberries, blackberries, blueberries are all really, really good. So I'll take a few of these and I'll put them in my oatmeal. And then if I want some crunch, then I'll come along, because the nuts are also very good for us. And then I'll, just get a little bit of the almonds, and I'll pop that in my oatmeal. So that's one version of breakfast that I like. And then the other one is eggs. I love eggs. They're so good for you. They're low in calories, high in protein, and they're just so easy to make. And they're easy to, have on hand. So I love scrambled eggs. So I'll take a couple of eggs, scramble them. Then I'll throw in some leafy spinach, because I'm always looking for ways to add those leafy greens in, because they're so good for us. Loaded with lots of vitamins and minerals. So I'll take a handful or 2 and I'll put it in my scrambled eggs. Then if I want some extra flavor, then I'll add some feta cheese and some Kalamata olives, which is really, really good. So that's what I do. So I'll go back and forth with breakfast with that. Or sometimes if I'm feeling like I just want to have lunch right away at noon, then I'll come along again with my leafy greens. So this is arugula. So good. I know they call it rocket over in Europe. So I'll just get a nice bunch of arugula, put that on a plate. And I eat chicken regularly, a lot of roast chicken, and I don't necessarily like the chicken breast. So I'll come along afterwards with the chicken breast, and I will make some chicken salad. And so there again, I'm looking to put some cruciferous veggies in, so celeries, anything with crunch. Celery is really good, and onions are really good. And then I'll put some carrots in. I can just make a traditional chicken salad, or I can spice it up with some curry. So that's what I have today. So then I threw in some raisins. So then again, some natural sugar. Okay. So then I'll just come along and then I'll just put a little bit on my arugula like that. And then for a little more crunch, I'll bring in some broccoli, or not broccoli, Brussels sprouts. I used to hate Brussels sprouts when I was growing up, but now there's so many great recipes that you can make with Brussels sprouts. But I also like to just throw it on my chicken salad or a salad. There again, It's just those dense cruciferous veggies that are so good for us. So I'll put that on, and then maybe, I'll throw some more carrots on if I want some crunch. Again, I could come along with some almonds and throw that on for a little extra crunch. Or I can, add some carrots. So that's really what I do for my salads. And then I just always do a very simple dressing. So I do a lemon, and then I do, or like half a lemon, I'll squeeze that on the top, and then I'll come along with a little olive oil, which is also very good for you. So that's one of my very favorite meals right there. And actually, I could eat this in the summertime too, because I love, as I said, I love salads. So that's one of the recipes that I like for lunch. And then for a snack, I'm not a huge snacker, but every once in a while, I do like to have a snack in between meals. So there again, I'm going to pick something very healthy, the cruciferous veggies. So I'll get some carrots, some really pretty carrots, and some broccoli that's so good for you. And then I'll come along, and then if I want, something extra, hummus is really good, and that has a lot of protein because of the chickpeas. So that really makes just a really nice little snack. Or if I want something sweet, and there again, it's the natural sugars. So an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So this is a really good, nice little snack there. Or what I've discovered, so I'm going to recommend this to you. So I started freezing my grapes. So it really is just a delicious, very refreshing snack. So I get a bunch of grapes, and then I just cut them up, and then I put them in little Ziplocs, and then I throw them in the freezer, and then you just bring them out, and they're just such a great refreshing snack. So this is what they look like when you pull them out. So then if I am, as I said, in the mood for something sweet, then I'll just, I'll eat those. So I've had my breakfast, I've had my lunch, snacks that I've shared with you. And at night, I really keep it very, very light. In the wintertime, I absolutely love soup. There's just nothing better than on a cold winter day than having soup. So you can get a hearty soup, like, pumpkin soup, or a butternut squash soup, or you can do chicken noodle soup. I have a great recipe for chicken noodle soup that, makes a huge batch, and you can, freeze half of it and use it. But I love chicken noodle. I love lentil soup. So broccoli and cheese soup. So really any kind of soup, but a bowl of soup is so satisfying. And especially since I just don't want to be that full at night. So it's really just the perfect way for my evening meal. So there you have it. That's what I eat in a typical day in the wintertime. So I'm going to encourage all of you to incorporate healthy, nutritious meal plans into your diet all 2021. And that doesn't mean that you can't have a cookie here and there, or, maybe a glass of wine or whatever indulgence that you like. But when you concentrate on being healthy day in and day out, it makes a tremendous impact on your overall well-being. So let's make a goal to be healthy and nutritious in 2021. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to hit the subscription box, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.